Imagine if one day on your favorite video game, a game that you spent countless hours on, that you've put countless amounts of money into, imagine if one day everything just disappeared for you to never see ever again and to only be seen by a neckbeard who was going to exchange it for a quick buck. Every item you've gotten from a crate will be gone. Every key that you had will be gone. You wouldn't even have crates to open. All the hours you spent grinding to get an Australian weapon, they're no more. Because it's fucking gone. I want you guys to think about how much your backpack is worth, and imagine if it was worth $3,000. That's what I'm gonna tell you about today. Somebody with a $3,000 backpack lost everything, and this is all how it happened. What's going on? It's boy, You're Not Justin here, and today we're gonna do more of a serious video. All Stranger Things and retro memes aside, somebody actually did get scammed out of $3,000 worth of items. And I don't know if a lot of you people out there can comprehend just how much money that is. Like, it's one thing to get scammed out of just one unusual that's worth maybe $100, $75 or something like that. But it's a whole other story when you get scammed out of $3,000 worth of items. That's a lot of dedication to the game. That's a lot of trading that's been done in the game. That's a lot of just, you know, you have fun and you love that game. And that's just a lot of love that you have for the game that you would have enough items to accumulate $3,000. The person who got scammed out of $3,000 worth of items is a friend of Sin and I, and he wanted to remain nameless because he understands the mistake that he made, and he understands that it was a very stupid and dumb thing to do. And he didn't want anybody to think any less of him. I'm gonna be realistic with you guys in this video. I'm not gonna pussyfoot around the fact of who gets scammed and why people get scammed and stuff like that. So if I ever sound like I'm being harsh at all during the video, I want you to know that I understand the concept of getting scammed. I understand that it sucks, and I do feel bad for you, but responsibility has to be taken, and this video is going to teach you about how not to get scammed. It's going to teach you about the way that this person was scammed and the mistakes that he made while trading with somebody. Now, regardless of what you might think about me, I'm not going to roast this guy. I'm just gonna tell it exactly how it is. He already feels dumb enough for the mistakes that he made, and there's no need to dig a hole for him because it's just unnecessary. He already lost $3,000 worth of items, and I'm not gonna make it worse on him by being mean to him for no reason at all. With that all being said though, let's just jump right into the video at the very beginning. I asked the person who got scammed exactly what happened, and this is what he told me. At the time, I was up for 2 days straight, and it was dawn in Korea. Somebody disguised as the Gish, the Valve employee, added me. He asked me to trade because of duped item validation. And honestly, I shouldn't have given him my items because it was so obvious. At the time, I couldn't even think properly, and I just followed his guide in every single step that he told me to do. And then I lost everything. So right off the bat, this is already just horrible because he literally just listened to a random stranger on the internet, and I guess his excuse is that it was late at night as well. He didn't have any sleep. So you can think whatever you like about that, but I'm gonna have bullet points about what you should and shouldn't do when you're trading later on in the video. You shouldn't do anything while you're tired. When you're tired, you should be sleeping or resting, not making choices that involve money. Or excuse me, items. Personally, in my life, when I'm tired and I have to make a choice about something, I know that I shouldn't be making the choice because I'm not going to choose exactly what I would want to choose because I'm too tired to comprehend what I should choose. That was his first mistake, is trading while he was super tired. Moving forward though, the story is no joke and he was actually scammed. I'm sure that somebody has already said some dumb shit about, oh, this didn't actually happen, I bet. There's no proof that it happened. Well, here's your proof. On his Backpack TF profile, he went from $3,038 all the way to $134, meaning that in one foul swoop, he gave away every single item that he had to some guy who wasn't actually fucking working for Valve. In just a few clicks, he gave away $3,000 and a lot of items. And if you look closely, you could see that he was actually left with about 707 items and $134, but it doesn't change the fact that it's a tremendous loss of items that he just gave away. What's even more ridiculous is that in this day and age, you have to have mobile authenticator to trade, meaning that even though he had mobile authenticator, he still gave away all of his items and he still didn't get them back. I know all my OGs already know this, but there's a lot of kids out there who've honestly just joined Steam like this year. Before, you were able to just trade without mobile authenticator. You even had to have it. You could just trade whenever you wanted with like no restrictions whatsoever, and there wasn't even like a wait or a community item wait in the market. And they forced it upon everybody to ensure that nobody gets scammed again, or at least less people get scammed. But you see, the thing is that people will do anything to get scammed. They just will. It doesn't matter how hard they make it to get scammed, somebody's gonna find a way to have their items taken from them. And saying taken from them is such a lighthearted exaggeration, it is unbelievable. Cut the music. Earlier in September on my channel, I made a video about somebody who got scammed by somebody who was pretending to be me, and I made a bunch of bullet points as to who you should trade with, what you should trade and where to trade and how to do it and everything like that. And I never thought I would have to do the same thing twice, but it just keeps happening where people are getting scammed in all sorts of ways. So let's start from the very beginning. For whatever reason, everybody thinks that scammers are these like genius master hacker guys who fucking sit in their living rooms with their supercomputers and their laptops and their microwave ovens, and at the flick of a wrist, they just get all the items in the world and they hack every bank account and everything like that, but they're not. Scammers are normal idiots just like me and you who prey on other idiots just like me and you. And see, the gimmick with scammers is that it's like asking out a girl. You're guaranteed to get at least one if you try hundreds and thousands of times. Try what, you might ask? Literally just asking somebody to give you their items. Scamming doesn't involve magic or hacking or fucking voodoo or anything like that. All any scammer wants you to do is accept the trade. If you got every single item inside of that trade window, his ultimate goal is to get you to press accept and trade you all those items away. That's all that he can do, is try to talk you into accepting it. Now, this is why people who get scammed don't have my sympathy. It's because they chose to trade these items away and that they didn't take the proper precautions and measures to ensure that they're trading with somebody who is legit. A scammer's only weapons are deception and making the trade complicated. As I just stated, a scammer's ultimate goal is to get you to willingly give away all of your items, so that way Valve and Valve support will not help you out because you are the one who traded away the items and there's nothing that they can do to take responsibility for you. So the scammer will use deception. What they'll try to do is disguise themselves as quote-unquote famous people, Valve employees, or your friends. In the video I previously mentioned, somebody had disguised themselves as me. They went to my profile, they copied my bio. At the time, they copied my profile picture that I was using, and they were going around asking people if they would trade with them, saying that I wanted to do an unusual showcase video because I would do a stupid video like that, and asking random people to give me their unusuals. First things first, I just want to say this, that if anybody who claims to be a YouTuber or somebody who's quote-unquote famous, I hate using that word, is asking you for items to make a video, the video is either fake, or the person who's asking you for it, if they're legit, they're just awful. Like, that's all there is to it. Their video is gonna suck, and it's not worth helping their video suck. 9 times out of 10, it's just somebody trying to scam you, but that one time that it's not a scammer, they just suck. But those other 9 times, it's somebody who just wants your items. No logical person would make a video using somebody else's items. It doesn't make any sense. So if you're ever in the position where you think that a YouTuber is asking you for items and that it's not them, you should just avoid it at all costs, honestly. But if you're, for whatever reason, sold that this person could be the real deal or they're legit or whatever, and you actually genuinely from the bottom of your heart want to give them an item for a video, here's how you can check to see if it's the real them or not. So let's say somebody who claims to be a YouTuber is asking you for items for whatever reason, and you don't know if that they're the real deal, and you want to make sure, because you actually do want to partake in giving them items. You can go to one of your favorite videos by them, you can pause it, and then just go to the description and check for their social media. In my videos, I put all of the social media that I have in it, like my Discord group, my Steam group, my Tumblr, my Snapchat, and I even have Twitter now. Since you're on your favorite YouTuber's official YouTube channel and you're in their description that they made, you can go to their actual Steam group that is for sure theirs if they have one. Scroll to the bottom, you can click, go to the profile, and you can see, oh, it's actually the real Justin. This is his profile. He's got 2,253 hours on Team Fortress 2. He's got plenty of video games, plenty of unique screenshots. This is his profile because I got forwarded here from his Steam group, forwarded from his YouTube video. Now, I wouldn't go off of just what the profile looks like, so I'm gonna restate this just in case any of you guys out there didn't hear it. But if you go to their video, then go and check the description, go to their social media, and figure out any of their legitimacy from that by going to their Steam group, which they probably have, and then from the Steam group going directly to their profile, then it is for sure them. And then even then, you can just ask them on Twitter or in their Discord group for what their actual profile is. If you're in any of their official groups or on any of their social media from their channel, it's gonna be really easy to connect with them, and it's gonna be really easy to say, hey, somebody's saying that they're you and trying to trade with me. Is it the real you? And on Twitter, they'll probably be like, oh man, I don't want this person to get scammed. So they're going to respond to you. And then if they're in the Discord group, it's going to be really easy to have somebody talk to you and say whether or not it's the real them. As stated though, nobody would ever make a video like that wanting somebody else's items for it in their inventory. That's just absurd. As well, no employee of anybody, not Valve, not any developers, would want to trade items from their games because they just wouldn't want to do that. It doesn't make any sense why a developer or anybody who works at Valve would want to trade with somebody for free items. It doesn't make any sense. And don't get this confused with donating. If you want to donate an item to one of your favorite people on YouTube, go right ahead and do it. Do it through their channel. Go to their channel and go to their description, and that's where you will find the real person to donate to. A scammer wants you to accept the trade because he wants your items. In the video that I made on my channel, I talked about websites and how they want you to click websites that'll just steal everything from your backpack and it'll give you like a phishing link that'll take your password from you. And in my video, I failed to recognize that there are some websites that you can use that are okay, but I wouldn't trade through any particular website because it just makes things too complicated. I don't care how trustworthy the website is, but what I will say is this: websites like backpack.tf are great references. If you want to know what's in somebody's backpack and you want to know that it's really them or that they have what they say that they're trading, backpack.tf is wonderful to figure out what you want to figure out. Even Valve encourages just keeping all trading done within the trade window. So that way it's a dialogue between just two people and no bullshit, which leads me to the concept of middlemen. Middlemen are used in one-sided trades. So if you had a key for a video game and you wanted to trade it for items from another game, then you would use a middleman to do such a thing. And it's just a really stupid process, and it's honestly not even worth trading a game key for items. It complicates the trade way too much, and if a trade is complicated at all, it's not a good trade. Live by these words. Another reason that people use middlemen is if you're trading an item for actual money, which you should never ever do. For example, if I had a key for Call of Duty 4 and I wanted to trade you that key for Call of Duty 4 for an item on Team Fortress 2, what some people would do is they'll get a middleman. Each trader has a middleman and they give their item to their preferred middleman. And the middlemen are used as confirmation to make sure that the money or the items are actually sent through. And that's just ridiculous. No trade should involve that much people. I would say that trading an item for real money or for a game key isn't worth it and you shouldn't do it. And I don't care how much websites there are that say how much trusted middlemen that there are. That doesn't change the fact that anybody can impersonate a middleman and make it complicated. Whereas in a one-on-one trade with two people who have the items that they say that they have, there's no impersonation, there's no gimmicks, there's nothing like that. It's completely unnecessary to put all of your reliability and trust into two people that you either don't know or two people that you're not trading with. This should go without saying, but just don't be stupid. Be smart. Think about what you do before you do it. Like, if it takes you like 5 minutes, hell, if it takes you an hour, think about it. If you need to think about something like a decision that you're making, not just with trading, but with anything in life, think about it. It can be hard to understand who wants to scam you and who doesn't want to scam you. So just look at the information that's right in front of you. It's so easy for scammers to have profiles that look like real accounts. They'll have accounts with games on them, with hours on the games, and even items and stuff like that. And it can genuinely be hard to tell if somebody just wants to scam you or not, if you're not thinking about it. So just ask yourself these questions. How complicated is this trade, and how complicated is this person trying to make the trade? Who is this person claiming to be? And I'm speaking for all trading, but this is obviously a channel that is geared towards Team Fortress 2, but what does their backpack.tf say? And if it's for another game, figure out a website that's trusted that you can reference about somebody's profile, and what does that say? I'm not going to make this a bullet point. It's a bullet point on my video on my channel. If a profile has a bunch of plus reps, that doesn't mean goddamn anything. Plus rep is the stupidest system ever, and anybody who looks at plus rep as a, oh, I should trade with this guy, is dumb. Don't base your moral compass on seeing plus rep comments, because plus reps can be done by anybody in bulk. And I guess that's pretty much going to do it. If you guys have any stories about the times that you've been scammed, or you have any advice about how to avoid scamming that I might have left out, leave it down in the comment section below. Scamming happens so much, and it's just unbelievable how consistently that these guys can keep doing it, just with a matter of, I'm going to ask as much people as I can. And Valve's never really going to do anything about it, because what scamming comes down to is that these guys want you to accept the trade request, and that means that you're the one who gave away the items. Even if the tactics a scammer used are malicious, it's not going to change Valve's perception on it of you accepting the trade request. Scammers don't just try to scam people, they try to help people scam themselves, and I guess that's what I'm going to leave it off on. Don't scam yourself. Think about the actions that you're doing before you do them. Look for the signs that we talked about. Don't overcomplicate your trades. Don't click on any fishy links that you might get sent. Don't buy into that famous YouTuber Valve employee who wants your items, and just stay safe. These scammers are everywhere. As always, I'm Justin and you're not, and I'll see you guys in the next video. Click the videos that are on the screen right now, and have a great day. Look out for them spooky scammers.